Welcome back, everyone. So now we have the last session of this conference, which is going to be a workshop by Raspberry Pi Foundation. It's going to be done by Mamta Manatkala. And she's a senior learning manager in the Raspberry Pi Foundation, where she is leading a development of inclusive computing curricula tailored to national priorities in India. And she has been instrumental in forging state-level partnerships in Odisha and Telangana, embedding computing education in government schools. Mamta has convened national dialogues, including expert consultations at IISc Bangalore to shape policy practice in the sector. With a background spanning formal and non-formal education, she excels at aligning pedagogy, policy, and partnerships. Her work is rooted in a strong belief that computing and AI can empower every learner regardless of their background. Welcome, Mamta.
Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? Wonderful. Chitra ma'am has said a lot about me, which I only shared with her, right? Thank you so much for all these kind words. And I'm so glad to be here. Talking about what? I'm here to talk about. Is it something new? No. At least for past 2 days, you've been talking a lot about AI already. But my presentation says, the title says, using it effectively and ethically. The technology is here. AI tools are here. Why are we talking about using it in a certain way? When it is here, we should be using it. Just go for it. It's making our lives easier. Did we as teachers do something wrong to raise the kids or the students for many decades, past few decades, many decades, that they've landed us into this now? Who has created this? AI. हमारे students, right? हमने उनको पढ़ाया था बहुत सालों से. We started envisioning them as creators, innovators, future skill, right? And this pursuit has been there for many years, many decades, and this is the result. क्या हुआ अब? टेक्नोलॉजी में इतना आगे बढ़ गए कि हम टीचर्स शायद पीछे रह गए. क्या करना पड़ेगा? Yeah, so the technology is there. But we have to learn. So upskilling, keep upskilling ourselves. But there are ethics around it. So we're going to talk about all of this in this 90 minutes. 90 minutes दे दिए एक टीचर को टीचर्स के साथ में. We're going to have great time together, है ना? It's going to be mutual learning. I am not here to teach you anything. I have been a teacher. I am a teacher. But not teaching you anything. Mutual learning. It's going to be interactive. Challenge each other's knowledge. I will not have all the answers. Let's find answers together. Okay? So, I will try not to bore you. You've been patient enough for all 3 days. This is the last session, but I still see a lot of energy here in this room and people online as well. So, together we'll see that it's energetic session, it's interactive, it's a lot of learning and positive, right? Next. Yeah. Chitra ma'am said a lot about me, but this is my designation at Raspberry Pi Foundation, Senior Learning Manager. I don't know what you understand by this designation, but let me tell you, this is a huge responsibility given to me by Raspberry Pi Foundation India to ensure whatever goes out to the students and the teachers in the government schools of India is valuable, is authentic, is ensuring the requirement, the needs, the I would say that it is relevant to today in the field of computing education. So Raspberry Pi Foundation works in the field of computing education. We have our curriculum inspired by the research happening in Cambridge University. But yeah, I've been given, under this title, I've been given a huge responsibility. But what am I actually? Why you should be listening to me? What makes me eligible and authorized to stand here today in front of all the great teachers? I know I'm only facilitating, I'm only initiating this talk. We're all going to contribute to this. But still, why am I here? Why me? Am I someone from your community? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I started teaching way back in 2004. And as a computer science teacher. So technology was with me all the time. Like, yeah, so there were teachers who were all experts in other subjects, science, maths, social science, English, very, very hesitant to touch the computer. That was the time when I started teaching. And what makes me stand here is because I have witnessed all that journey. I've seen teachers coming out of their shells, breaking all those barriers, slowly, slowly, slowly. खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा ना क्योंकि हम बच्चे ऐसे बना रहे हैं, नेक्स्ट जनरेशन ऐसा बन रहा है, तो क्या करें, right? So they're challenging our expertise now. There used to be a time when the teacher in the classroom was the smartest person, most intelligent. I am standing, I'm talking about that time, I'm standing as a teacher, I'm an expert in my subject. At least I know for grade 6 science, this topic, this is what to be given to the student. This is how they'll prepare for the exam, this is how they'll score well, and the students are expected to just follow me. Right? बहुत सारे teachers उसी age से हैं अभी. There are some youngsters, but they'll all be able to relate. I, as a teacher, I'm the smartest in the room. Slowly, 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 things started changing because we were raising kids like that. We are responsible. Take that responsibility, take that ownership. So what happened? We had to upskill ourselves. We started changing. We also started evolving in our methods to teach. Flipped learning, blended learning, project-based learning, all of those became the talk of the town. We said, okay, let's do that. Because our students are smarter than us. Slowly, they're smarter than us. We started accepting it. Thoda hesitant to the, but still, somewhere. We started accepting. Assessments bhi change hone lage. Boards also started recognizing key assessments. There's a time to change the assessment pattern now. So, change hota chala gaya, but abhi hota chala jayega again. That's why this is important to talk about that. Now, talking about, I'm sorry I'm spending more time on this slide because I have to tell you that why these 90 minutes with me, right? So, what other things I witnessed, teachers were hesitant, those who were not computer science teachers, hesitant to type the marks also, type marks, enter marks, type question papers. So I've seen them, right? I am the computer teacher, which means I know typing. I'm an expert in typing, which means if the question paper has to be typed, it's the responsibility of the computer science teacher, right? जब तक उनको Facebook नहीं मिला, then came an era, Facebook में सबको पोस्ट डालना आता है, और computer teachers now are thinking, ये कैसे सीखा इन्होंने? अभी भी they're coming to us, report card generation, marks entry, paper typing, sending emails, sending messages, but Facebook पे post डालना तो आता है. Which means the interest and the motivation. And when you see a value, this I need to learn, I'll be able to do. ठीक है? उसके बाद तो हम रुके ही नहीं. उसके बाद तो चलता ही चला गया technology का integration into my life without even me acknowledging or without me giving the consent also. डोर खोलने की भी जरूरत नहीं है, अब ऑलरेडी अंदर है. right? So धीरे 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 कोविड के एरा ने तो हमको पहले तो like we were all shaken. Where do we go? How do we manage? How do we save our jobs? Not because we are not going to school, because we are not able to keep up to the pace of the technology growth. पर सबने सीखा. Slowly, by the time we were like getting the hang of that, थोड़ा संभले ही थे, AI आ गया. अब कोई भी डिवाइस ओपन करो, ऐसे लग रहा है somebody is watching us. It's become God. बट क्यों नहीं हमने उसको रेजिस्ट किया? एक तो हमारे पास ऑप्शन भी नहीं था. सेकेंडली, इट वॉज हेल्पिंग अस. It was making our lives easier. Like in 22, when my son sent me the link to OpenAI, ChatGPT, I thought, being the computer science teacher, I was aware of this was happening. Still, when I saw that, my God, I can write a poem just by giving commands. I have found an assistant, and there is no fear of maybe plagiarizing and also copyright issue, because it's nowhere there on the websites, on the internet. I felt empowered. किसी ने सोचा नहीं कि इसके साथ ethical concerns क्या होंगे, करना है नहीं करना है, क्योंकि हम बहुत ज़्यादा search engines पे already dependent हो चुके थे, है ना? Search engines पे we knew that how give the keywords and we can get information. Now give the keywords, or give a command in my language and get a poem, get a creative writing, or anything, any essay or any email or any piece of text. उस टाइम पे text start हुआ था. So okay, it's there now. How do you feel today with the AI around you? What's the emotion? Do you feel empowered? Do you feel confused, puzzled, scared, not giving you ideas? What's your feeling? Maybe I can, yeah, some words. Yeah? Mic. Somebody can pass on the mic. You can speak louder. Are you going to answer? Yeah, please. Yeah.
And I'm also responsible to teach English.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a computer teacher, I myself, when I try to use AI for my own work to save time, I felt like if I'm teaching my student the computer, so is he or is she going to get job in
Okay.
future? Why? Because if I am as a teacher, if I am making use of AI to make an Excel sheet within some 5 to 10 seconds, even I'm telling it more, so even less than that, it is creating an Excel sheet on my command with all the data and everything, then I thought at that time that why are we teaching computer and all these things to our students, who will give them job? Because the people will be using in companies and everywhere. So that's what my whole concern about now also, that what would be our the future of the teacher. In fact, in the school, in the ninth standard of Marathi medium English textbook, there is a lesson called The Fun They Had. And in this lesson, they showed a 2157, the year will be. And at that time, there will be robotic teachers, AI teachers. And there won't be any concept of school. The schools will be in the personal rooms of the kids, and they will go and switch on even they no need to switch on the AI. At 11 o'clock sharp, the robots will switch on and it will ask for the homework and all. So after that, I started thinking that what would be the future of the whole education system. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Though it doesn't actually answer my question. But anyhow, this is a question. And so we will be covering bit of that during these 90 minutes. Like, and some of it already got covered when Jane White delivered the keynote. It's us humans only who is creating all of that, right? So at this point, at least, we can say there's no fear of losing jobs. Of course, jobs, roles, jobs, shapes will change. And that's always been there. That's always been there. Right? पहले वाली जॉब्स अभी नहीं है, अभी बहुत चेंज हो रहा है. टीचर का रोल ही चेंज हो रहा है. सो एजुकेशन सिस्टम चेंज हो रहा है, स्टूडेंट्स का डिमांड्स चेंज हो रहा है, असेसमेंट रोल चेंज होगा, बिकॉज वी आर अगेन प्रिपेयरिंग द स्टूडेंट्स फॉर द फ्यूचर. इट्स अगेन फ्यूचर स्किल्स. सो वी डोंट हैव टू, it's just that we have to be open minded to adapt. There will be changes, there will be, but at this point, I don't think we should be fearing of job loss and all. I'm making a big statement. But at Raspberry Pi Foundation, this is the research that's happening. Now a lot of research is still underway. But at this point, what we say is, let's not be scared of the technology. Let's embrace it, but embrace it with full knowledge. Right? So yeah, so before this session, when I was asked to deliver this workshop, I did a sense check by running a survey for the teachers. If you can show the, yeah, 163 teachers from our network attempted the survey, where I wanted to know how many of them are using AI in their daily work. And then maybe we can just scroll up. So yeah, so they're like, all of them are using. There were 155 responses. Scroll up. Then up, go down. Yeah, go down. Yeah. So we say that 75% teachers say that they're using AI. 25% say they don't use. So that's, I just wanted to do a sense check whether is this still the right topic to pick up. Yeah, go up. And which of the tools they're using? AI teaching, basically go to ChatGPT and ask for something, or any LLM, right? So that's scoring the maximum. And then maybe we can just see the Gitanjali, no, down. Yes, and down. How many hours per week? 1 to 3 on an average hours they're using. Then go up. Basically, benefits क्या दिख रहे हैं? Effective learning, can collect good information. Some have given some vague answers, also no knowledge about AI, but they still see the benefits. Relate questions for poets, any topic information search. So these are all like government school teachers in Telangana who fill this. Then this is saves time, gives personalized help, makes learning more fun, right? And what are the challenges that they see? If we just have a glimpse of that, the challenges. Yeah. Technical support, ethical and professional concern, not able to use a premium version in education, maintaining educational quality, fairness and integrity, data privacy and all that. So yeah, so just to give you a glimpse of this survey that I conducted with the teachers to know what are the challenges. They see a value, they see a benefit, but what are the challenges? So, which means we need to talk about it, right? So what will you get from this session? Reflect on how a prompt, we've been talking about prompt. Give prompt. Where did we learn this? When did we learn this? Right? It becomes part of us because it's helping us. We don't even keep a check. So, but yeah, how a prompt is different from an instruction, which we were giving earlier. Then we'll also know Ocean process. I'll be talking about that. Then put Ocean into practice to improve LLM output quality. We'll be doing some hands dirty when we learn about Ocean. Then appreciate that human oversight is vital to ethical LLM use. I think this will have some answer to what Sir pointed out. Human oversight is not going anywhere. Whatever machines can create, we will have to still keep a check. Then we will also know and uphold ethical AI principles in terms of fairness, accountability, transparency, privacy, and safety, which Jane also talked about briefly in her keynote. So I'll be bridging that also from there. What is not included in this session? See, there's a lot we can talk about AI. But what I'm not going to cover is how are we creating models, how are we training, what types of AI, artificial intelligence are there, machine learning model kya hai, technical details about LLMs and all are outside the scope of this session. We can have maybe later on talk about that. Yeah? All good here? Till here? Yep. Large language model, I'll be talking about. LLM is large language model on which this generative AI is built, right? Yeah. Yeah, so let's do a little quiz. We've been saying AI, AI, AI. Let's see what is AI and what is not. Yeah. So 3 scenarios. The first one I'll read. Just raise your hand and then we can maybe reach out to you to know. Does an e-commerce platform use AI to analyze customer behavior and preferences, providing personalized product recommendations based on their browsing and purchase history? AI? Not AI? Maybe. AI? Unanimous. AI. See, AI is everywhere. It's sprinkled over all the tools. अब नहीं भी है तो भी हम उसको AI बोल रहे हैं. थोड़ा सा भी स्मार्ट हुआ हम बोलते हैं AI है. But yeah, this is AI. Next one is a weather prediction system that utilizes machine learning algorithms to analyze various meteorological data and forecast future weather conditions. An example of AI technological integration. AI works on data. Do we know that? We say that this is AI. I might not be correct, right? I might not have the correct answer. But I'm just seeing कितने वोट कहाँ जा रहे हैं. सब AI? कोई है नहीं वाले? What do you say, sir? You're saying something? Yeah. Yeah. Data and machine learning algorithm. It says AI. Right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. The next one. Is it true that a smart attendance system using a fingerprint sensor to record attendance and providing up-to-date records to parents, teachers, and school authorities is an example of AI technological integration? What is it? Sensors. Maybe. अगर हमने उसमें और फीचर्स डाल दिए तो maybe. Yeah. Yeah. हम पहले ऐसी ही बात करते थे कंप्यूटर के लिए. ये वॉशिंग मशीन में कंप्यूटर है या नहीं है? मिक्सर में कंप्यूटर आ गया, डोर में कंप्यूटर आ गया. नाउ द सेम थिंग. AI है कि नहीं है? AI ही है. ऑटोमेशन को भी हम AI बोल रहे हैं. इफ देयर इज अ सेंसर इंस्टॉल्ड देयर, वी से AI होगा. स्मार्ट बिहेव कर रहा है ना, इसलिए AI है. सो मे बी भी हो सकता है. या वी डोंट नो हाउ मेनी फीचर्स आर देयर, बट अभी इससे लग रहा है कि मे नॉट बी, राइट? ओके. Does a smart recommendation system analyzing user data to provide purchase recommendations based on customers' past purchases constitute AI technology integration? Yeah. No? No? Yes? Yeah. So that analysis is based on certain algorithm. And if it's machine learning algorithm, data driven, this can still be AI. And that's how it all started. When we started getting the prompts, ki ye kar lo, and we were scared. Were we? Or we were happy? थोड़े scared तो हो रहे थे कि कौन हमें देख रहा है हर time, है ना? Okay. Is a smart online video storage system that automatically tags and categorizes user videos based on standard parameters considered an example of AI technology integration? We want to believe that. Hai na? Yeah. Now, does a smart security system capable of identifying authorized individuals based on their face, voice, behavior, etc.? ये simple recognition है. Recognition is based on that algorithm only, है ना? Yeah. Yeah, based on that. So we say that rule based, so which means may not be. Facial recognition is neural networks based. Yeah. Sir has a point. Neural networks means AI then. Yeah. So yeah, the thing is that we are so much into this that it's difficult to distinguish or differentiate what AI is and what is it is not. इतना part बन चुका है हमारा. Phone is just kept in front of us. We're not talking, we're not touching it, but it's listening to us. And it's making some interpretation and it's recommending. So yeah, we are there. What's the emotion now? Happy, empowered, scared, mixed. Mixed. Yeah, great place to be in. What do we say? Right, but at least we are here, we're talking about it, which is a great thing. Just see, so actually we're going to focus on how to leverage this technology that we're already into to the best benefit of us, instead of just being wandering here and there and all that. So we'll be talking about that only. Yeah, thank you for the participation in this small activity. I will be touching upon this slide which Jane also shared. At Raspberry Pi Foundation, we are talking about 3 pancakes when we say AI in education. AI for teacher productivity, using AI to teach any subject, teaching about AI. So teaching about AI is our unit, Experience AI, which we've developed in collaboration with Google DeepMind. A lot of research went into that before we created 6 lessons, then we are adding more lessons to it. So that's teaching about AI, how do machines learn and all. And I think there was a debate about all of that also in past 2 days, whether we should be teaching and all. I'm not getting into that. I'll be mainly touching upon these 2 pancakes for teacher productivity and using AI to teach any subject. We have teachers from all subjects. We're not all computer science teachers. Do we have some computer science teachers here? Yeah, okay, right. Okay, so I'm going to talk about these 2. Let's go. And this is one slide, again, Jane shared. Teachmate AI, Magic School. बहुत सारे platforms बन रहे हैं to support the teachers. What's behind them? The teacher may not need to learn. Right? इनके पीछे हो क्या रहा है? कुछ तो है, कुछ तो गॉड बैठे हैं जो हमारी हर बात का जवाब दे देते हैं, है ना? तो ये apps बन रहे हैं, magicschool.ai. We'll also be talking about different tools. In fact, we have prepared a cheat sheet also. We'll be giving some handouts also, if not for all, but Shweta, maybe later we'll give. But yeah, we've got some printouts also for you to help you with these tools and all. If you will not be able to get the printed copy, we can share the PDF also with all of you, right? During the lunchtime, we'll do that. Yeah, so this is like tools are there to help you write emails, lesson planners, assessments, quizzes, quiz generator, report cards, and then maybe if this is the marks, then report card comments kya jane hai, remarks kya jane hai bachcho ke liye, everything, all the tools are there. So organizations, companies, industry is actually flooded with now. जैसे ही कुछ होता है ना, जैसे नीट बनता है तो क्या होता है, सॉल्यूशंस निकलने लग जाते हैं ना, वो हो रहा है. नीट तो है अब, तो markets are flourishing on this now. Yeah, but इसका सब मतलब what I wanted to say is कि इसके पीछे अभी research चल रहा है how to use that. So it's not still backed up with enough research. Okay, so now I talked about the survey that I conducted to sense check what should be given to the teachers. What is the purpose of this session? Whether we are in a position to talk about AI still, whether teachers know whether they're using it or not, which I got good response that yeah, 75% of they're using. So let's have this session and give them some knowledge or some insights on how best to use it, right? So that's why I planned for this session. But then I wanted to know what level the teachers are at this point, right? I cannot be giving you anything. If I know that, oh, you all are masters, then let me see. Then this could have been like, okay, let's learn together. But I just wanted to know what's the level so that the session could be as relevant for you. So we're already there as Raspberry Pi Foundation is running the curriculum in one of the degree colleges at Shamirpet, Hyderabad. And I requested one of my members who is heading the team there to conduct a survey, sit with some of the teachers and ask them to write prompts on any tool, large language model, any tool they could use. And then, so there were English teachers, accountancy, and other subject because that's a degree college. So they are college level teachers, and they asked them to write prompts. So English teacher wrote the prompt. These are some of our findings, right? We took the screenshots of their prompts, and we were sitting with them and we guided them. Now, what do you get? How? Because they write very simple sentences, right? So they wrote Shakespeare sonnet 30 line by line analysis was the first prompt. And this was the output, this flowing over to that column. And then the next prompt that they gave was in a simplified way. And then LLM is responding, here is a simplified line by line analysis of this and the output. And we ran a couple of more, but this, let's see that. After that, the discussion happened. Go to the previous slide. After that, the discussion happened. Modification options kya tha uspe? In a simplified way. Feedback points kya tha? Pehle wala jo output aaya, that was satisfactory. Checkpoints are instructions step by step. Our learning objectives now clear, but I did not give any learning objectives. I just said Shakespeare by this. My prompt was not clear. The English language was B1. Can modify to A2. So these were the reflections. Similarly, if we can just run with the slides quickly, we did a couple more for computer science teachers. There were some goals and all. What are the findings from this server? Can we go to the last two slides? We did managerial economics, like a lot of others, multiple subjects. What are the findings? Survey outcome kya hai? Now, based on the prompts, कॉमन स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट टीचर्स का ये है कि बेसिक प्रॉम्प्ट लिख दो जिसमें हमने कुछ रेफरेंस मटेरियल नहीं दिया, कोई बैकग्राउंड कॉन्टेक्स्ट नहीं है, देयर इज नो एग्जांपल, व्हिच मींस देयर इज अ फाउंडेशनल lack of foundational understanding of the prompts, how the prompts work. Progressive improvement, as the survey progressed, teachers increasingly added examples. एक के बाद जब दूसरा बोला, they knew कि okay अब ये पहले वाले prompt में भी we could add examples, references and more detailed context. This demonstrates a growing awareness of how to refine prompts for a better AI output. Modifications needed identified, step-by-step clarity, simplified language for lower English proficiency level, addition of learning objectives and relevant examples, and subject-specific enrichment, or we can also give some references and all. So these were the findings. Then the recommendation that came out from all that survey was that we need to have something around prompt literacy. I'm saying prompt, but I don't know what a prompt is. We'll come to that. Prompt literacy training, provide structured session to help teachers craft more effective prompts, starting from the importance of examples and context. Peer review circles, जो आपने बना लिया, जो output आया, can we do a peer review? Can we have circles? So encourage departments to collaboratively review and refine. Then prompt templates. Can we have a prompt template? Follow this structured method to write effective prompts. Create discipline-wise prompts, scaffolds to guide teachers. English है तो ऐसे बनाना चाहिए. Economics है तो ऐसे बनाना चाहिए. Maths है तो ऐसे बनाना चाहिए. Can we have some of those standard templates and all? So yeah. So this was again an exercise that I did with the help of my staff to prepare for the session, right? Now, enough of talking from my side. Let me see. Okay, we'll come to this. Let me see. How do you write your prompts? How you write your prompts? You're all using AI? यहाँ पे 75-25 है या 100 है? 100% है? Raise your hand. Who is using AI? Intentionally, unintentionally, we are all using. उसके लिए हमें ना तो कोई बटन दबाना है ना कोई डोर खोलना है. We're all using. Intentionally, is it 100%? It is. Which means we know how to give prompt to LLM. LLM क्या है? जो हम GPT यूज कर रहे हैं या Gemini यूज कर रहे हैं, सब लार्ज लैंग्वेज मॉडल, विच इज बिग डेटा, जहां से वो डेटा हमको उठा के दे रहा है. ये पैरेट की भी बात करेंगे. पर आप लोग प्रॉम्प्ट लिखते हो? डू यू राइट? डू यू हैव स्मार्टफोन्स विद इंटरनेट? आई नो इंटरनेट थोड़ा हैसल है यहाँ पे. कैन यू जस्ट राइट अ सिंपल प्रॉम्प्ट दैट द वे यू राइट फॉर एनी टॉपिक एंड सी द आउटपुट? एक बार अपने सामने रखिएगा, देन विल बिल्ड ऑन दैट. सी इट्स अ वर्कशॉप, हैंड्स ऑन कुछ करते हैं. बट आई अंडरस्टैंड इंटरनेट चैलेंज हो सकता है, बट स्टिल नहीं चल रहा है. साथ वाले सिस्टम पे पेयर या शेयरिंग द डिवाइसेस. Jio and BSNL, I hear they're working fine. Yeah, if you have that network, if you can do that. थोड़ा सा break from my voice and talk to LLM. 2-3 minutes. Please write a basic prompt or the prompt that you write, the way you write. एक लेसन प्लान बनाना है, क्विज बनाना है, कौन सी ग्रेड के लिए, कौन से सब्जेक्ट के लिए. If you're not able to write, can we have the sticky notes? Yeah. Can you write it on paper then, if internet is not helping? Or write it in your diaries if you have. Sticky notes. Do you need sticky notes? We've got some for you. If you've got your diaries, you can write there. Do you have something to write on? Students? You can also try, no? Aren't you using AI? Must be using for your homework. Are you? है ना? वही सबमिट कर देते हो या कुछ cognitive अपना load? Yeah, no, let it be there with them for now. Yeah. How many words in your prompt? Rough estimate. 5, 6, 10. Very lazy to write. 7. How many words in your prompt? जितना बताओगे उतना ही तो आउटपुट मिलेगा फिर. लिखो a lesson, give me a lesson plan on photosynthesis. हो गए कितने वर्ड्स? अब गॉड तो है, एआई गॉड तो है, फिर भी थोड़ा सा एफर्ट तो करना पड़ेगा. हाँ, ऑफ कोर्स वॉइस दे दो, प्रॉम्प्ट वॉइस प्रॉम्प्ट दे दो, if that's if your device is supporting that, but at least build on that. But अभी आपका बेसिक प्रॉम्प्ट कितने वर्ड्स का हो रहा है? 6, 7, 30. Oh good. 15. Okay. 12. Okay. And what's the feeling like? Have you given enough information for the output that you want? Wonderful. Yeah. So we've seen some prompts, na? Abhi I showed you some prompts given by the teachers also. छोटे छोटे फिर मैं लगता oh I missed that. ये भी लिख देना था simplified way. Oh maybe I should have written US English नहीं लिखना. Maybe word count something. I'll keep adding, which means I see this is free of cost, na. I can command this tool 100 times. It's not costing me. जितना मुझे अभी दिख रहा है मुझे मेरी जेब से पैसे जा ही नहीं रहे हैं सो मैं उसको 10 बार 1000 बार कमांड दे सकती हूँ आई कैन कीप रिफाइनिंग ऑन माई प्रॉम्प्ट्स दैट्स फाइन इसलिए what I do I in the first attempt I do not make effort I just write this simple basic prompt and then I see oh I needed this I needed that can I now ask refinements right what is LLM जो आउटपुट मिल रहा है वो मिल कहाँ से रहा है आ कहाँ से रहा है there's this ये रास्पबेरी पाई फाउंडेशन में ही हमने इसको एनालॉजी दिया है स्टोकेस्टिक पैरेट एंड द पैरेट सेज पॉली वांट अ क्रैकर बट द पैरेट इज जस्ट मिमिकिंग पैरेट डजंट नो क्रैकर क्या है पैरेट लाइक पॉली कौन है वांट अ क्रैकर डजंट नो द मीनिंग ऑफ एनी वर्ड इट्स जस्ट मिमिकिंग And that's what the LLM is doing. It's been fed with bulk data, huge data. जितना आप सोच भी नहीं सकते, vast amount of data. And it appears, the output that it gives, it appears to be correct all the time. It's been trained. There is no human element into that. It appears. Everything appears. And I think Jane also talked about anthropomorphization, hallucinations. So the output that we get appears to be correct. So we have, we have just compared this stochastic parent that spits out responses based on patterns it's learned from loads of data, but with a bit of randomness thrown in. वो randomness में हम सोचते हैं कि शायद इंटेलिजेंट हो गया स्मार्ट हो गया कुछ इमोशंस आ गए हैं बिकॉज इट्स ट्रेन्ड टू रिप्लाई इन अ सर्टेन वे दैट इट अपीयर्स टू बी ह्यूमन बट LLM does not understand anything that is output. It does not understand what is true, what is false. It is simply supercharged autocomplete. इतना फास्ट चल रहा है सेंटेंस आधा लिखा मैंने बाकी सारा whatever is helping us we will grab it वही हम कर रहे हैं and the way in the process we are feeding more data okay so things to remember LLM output is random it's not smart it appears to be smart even if you give an LLM the same prompt you won't get the same output twice है ना we've seen that you use different tools to give the same prompt the output is different even to the same tool the output is different by clearly defining your goals laying out specific context providing examples and carefully reviewing the output you're guiding the LLM to deliver exactly what you need from it but there is all these instructions which we'll be working on goals and context and examples and all that this method isn't about getting it perfect on your first try it's about refining your results over time okay now this is super important why is you in bold because you are responsible for the use of any LLM output make sure you keep to the AI principles of fairness accountability transparency and privacy and safety we'll talk about that also but you are responsible you cannot hold anybody else accountable generated by this given to the student failing or passing in the exam I am not responsible I am not accountable you can't be doing that LLMs are not to be trusted they understand nothing but always appear totally confident they are programmed to be sycophantic and positive these are things to remember is it coming as a shock सब पता है good so yeah generative AI what is generative AI Gen AI, you know that? Do I have to go into that detail? No. Doesn't understand anything, it just predicts what sounds right. Fact checking nahi hota hai. There is no backend verifying sources or truth. Even if you ask, the sources can be fake. About 1 in 5 facts may be made up. It's worse than complex concepts, with complex concepts. Confidence, it's showing confidence, but it's not equal to competence. Fluency is not accuracy. AI is a tool, not a brain. Use. Right? सबके लिए applicable है. Create किसने किया है? Brains ने create किया है. Create तो brains ने किया है, but dependency उस पे होती जा रही है. और साथ में apprehensions भी हैं कि हमारी jobs ले लेगा. पर create किसने किया? End of the day, we created it. Brains, human brains created it. Right? So never rely on AI alone. Always verify with trusted human reviewed sources. Okay, moving on to the prompts things. We have written some simple prompts. Can we have just 1 or 2 and see them here on a tool and the output? I wanted you to see on your devices, but I think the challenge is with internet. So that's why maybe we'll just show a couple here. Very smart. You're asking the LLM to generate the feedback for this session. Very smart. It's job done. Session ho gaya, uske baad ma'am is going to ask for the feedback. Wonderful. So dependency, think about the dependency, see the dependency. For every small or big thing, we want them to work for us. We'll not be able to do all of them, just a couple. Create a lesson plan for grade 2 on numbers and numerals up to 99 for 30 minutes. Okay, lesson plan for 30 minutes for grade 2 on numbers and numerals up to 99. Okay? Okay. He will, I'm saying he, it's not he. It's not he, right? What is it? And this is an application. Sorry. Okay. Grade 2, mathematics. Numbers and numerals up to 99, duration 30 minutes, learning objectives, recognize and read, write numerals, understand place value, compare numbers using this. Lesson breakdown, warm up hai 5 minute ka. Ask students to stand up, call out. It's gone into very detail. Very, very detail. Do you create lesson plans like this? Itna detail? Ask students to stand up. Okay. Activities are also there. Example is also there. Material, worksheets on mini whiteboards. आपने बताया नहीं आपके पास white board है कि नहीं है? क्लास में white board होगा, black board होगा, projector होगा. एक्टिविटीज कैसे बना रही है? स्ट्रेंथ क्या होगा क्लास का? But yeah, some output it will give. Some output it will give, and it won't prompt you again. It's not prompting back to you. What are the resources you have in the classroom? What medium? Medium of transaction क्या है? What language? Learning levels क्या हैं students के? Do you want a differentiated lesson plan, or you want like one common thing for all? So yeah, so which means we have to think about the scenario of the class before expecting the correct output from the AI LLM. So I just pointed out some of the gaps in the prompt. But there could be many more, right? Can we have one more? See, it's asking, would you like printable worksheets or flashcards? Yeah, that's there, but it's generated the lesson plan and then now asking, would you want, of course it will do. Now it creates a PDF also, it creates a PPT also that you can download and do. But we'll come to that, how to assess that too. Yes. Okay, find zeros of quadratic equation easily with factorization method. To find zeros of a quadratic equation, this is the formula, then quadratic formula it's given. Okay, where? Maths teacher, do you find any gaps in this prompt? Quadratic equations. Is this a complete prompt? Yeah, show the prompt, Gitanjali. Find zeros of quadratic equation easily without factorization methods. Okay. Okay. General method. Any other maths experts? Do you find any gaps in this prompt? Is it complete? All respects? The output is also correct? Just show. Okay. Final answer is this. There has to be something else? Okay. 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 This is not the final answer. Right. Okay. Let's go back to our presentation. We've seen how currently we are writing the prompts. I will give you a framework that we are following at a Raspberry Pi Foundation to refine your prompts. I'm not saying that's the only one framework. There are multiple others. It's just that maybe this is working well, but there could be any other, and you can create your own framework also. You can all create a structure, a template for your prompts so that you do not have to do multiple things. In one framework, in one prompt, you can show, or you can maybe guide the tool in a correct way to get the correct output in the first instance. Yeah, so what is a prompt? And why is it not an instruction? Why is it not a Google search keyword search? Why we started calling it prompt? Command. Yeah, it's giving command only through prompt. Prompt means like you're giving some ideas. Huh? Clues. Okay. Clues. Okay. Clues. See, instructions are like more like, okay, click on this file, open this file, switch on the button. There are instructions. That's how it is different. And keywords we've seen, search keywords we've seen that they're pretty different. We just have to give words, random words, not in a proper language. But here prompts are more structured. And we are just giving clues. Okay, this is what we want. And we can have an objective, clear context, clear example given to the prompt to ensure the correct outcome. So these are prompts. So prompt engineering or skillful way of writing. See, we have to understand the language now because, see, LLM has, let's accept it, it's become our assistant. Hai na? So the clearer the instructions, better the outcomes. No, it's not needed. Of course, it's not needed. It'll come by. But I am here, and I told you, I've been given the responsive. You have to listen to me, right? You can have your own structure, but we are going to talk to you about what is after some research, after some practice, we have devised a framework that's working well, that has got all the elements. If that works well for you, you can adopt it. Right? We'll practice some prompts using the Ocean framework. Of course, you can have your own. Whatever works for you. Right? Yes. So what is the Ocean prompting process? And by the way, these are all image generated by AI by prompts. Maybe can we show the prompt also for this image? The prompt is, I wanted a square image. Square format, Indian education system. There is Indian education system here. Background. Artistic image combining the ocean and the concept of AI. Inspired by waves. The scene features a large wave in the style of waves with elements of artificial intelligence. You'll see some artificial intelligence here. Integrated into the design. This includes circuits, design digital patterns, symbols of prompting like text, bubbles, or icons. Background blends traditional Japanese art with futuristic digital elements, creating a harmonious fusion of old and new. How many words? But once you create one prompt using all the elements, you don't have to repeatedly now add that, now add that, now add that. So maybe help you reducing, again, saving time, saving energy, all of that, the reasons behind using the technology. So go back to the ocean prompting. It's helping us. And what does the acronym? I think I've talked about that. Ocean. What does O stand for? Objective. I'll go over these slides very quickly because you've understood the concept. Ocean. O is objective. Set clear goals. Know what you want. Yeah. So these are some examples also. I want help drafting a self-assessment checklist for students after a project on energy sources. Project ho gaya. Now I want a self-assessment checklist. I want help to write a beginner's guide to opening a new project in scratch. I want help to create an engaging blog post about the latest trends in AI careers. I want help designing a role play. So this is how your objective can look like. Okay? एक बार पीछे वाले पे जाएंगे. The previous one. So clear goals will help avoid generic or off-target responses. Okay. Yes. So there is one more concept here, personas. If you guide the LLM, the tool, about personas, what it should behave as a teacher or a student or a quiz master or a career coach or a childcare professional, that can help us in that. So that can also be added to your prompt, the persona. Personas makes interactions more engaging and tailored, shapes not just the output, but how the LLM communicates with you. Yeah. Then context, yeah. So ocean, C stands for context. Give the context. Why do you need it? In which settings? Word count, language, right? Audience, all of that. So tone, key points. You want a formal tone, or you want a conversational tone, or you want a podcast tone. What tone? Model understand, context helps the model understand the purpose and structure. It includes specific like word count, target audience, and important facts. Shweta, can I request you to share the handouts also, because you don't have to write, it's all there, and we can share the PDF also with you, right? So, what does all that stand for? Then helpful context settings will include length of the document, relevant target audience, tone and style, like I said, casual, conversational, professional, complexity of language, non-US, UK, or whatever language. Important information like dates, times, facts, figures. If a seminar has to happen on a certain day, I want a notice for a notice board, prepared for notice board. I'll have to give all these details. Target audience, what date, what duration, what place, venue. Other specifics that shape how the response should sound or its structure and format. Yes. Then the next one is examples. If you give examples, that will be helpful. Otherwise, again, like I do that. I will give a drive link or a PDF because there are options now to upload. If something is already existing with me, I just want to get the idea. In fact, I want to create a summary. I'll give the PPT and I'll say, create a summary in these words. Should focus on this and audience is this. I want to use it for this. But because there are options to upload the files also now and add the links, why not give examples? So examples will set the expectations for tone and style, helps the model mimic the desired output closely, provide links to online examples, upload previous examples as PDF or doc, right? All these images are generated by using prompts. The next one. So our prompt is ready now using OCE. Now what do A and N stand for? Human element is not going anywhere. We can't do that. We can't afford to do that, right? So human to hai. Because now the output is there. Can I give it to the students or my audience just like that? Maybe I just wrote a poem, but I don't know. Can I just use it like that? Or I need to do a proper assessment of the output. So that's where assess comes. And is it good enough? Looks for accuracy. As I said, it appears to be right. It may not be right. It's giving you advice, but doesn't have the complete context. I have tried giving context using the context part of my framework, but still, because there are no emotions. Accuracy, relevance, and tone. Watch out for errors, biases, and spelling or language. Ensure it aligns. By default, it gives you US thing. Ensure it aligns with your original objectives. So this is not going anywhere. Go to the next one. What do you mean by bias? Biases, stereotypes. We know that. Gender bias. There could be many biases because it's depending on the vast data and somebody from where that data got into that tool. There has been like scandals around all of that. If you follow news, and we were seeing that it's evolving, but there have been biases. If the model has been trained using a certain set of data, it only knows about that, right? So that we have to be careful about. So there was one study here, del word used in those papers and all, a lot of times. So a chart shows ChatGPT ka hai. So there could be US spelling, complex words, colloquialism, idioms, word count, hallucinations, misunderstandings, and bias, which you have to be careful about. Assess also has another aspect. This is one for the correction and all. Another aspect about ethical. Now comes the second part of my session title, effectively we're learning. Ethically is also under assess. Where, करेक्ट है कि नहीं है एथिकल तो आएगा ना उसमें सो या करेक्शन रेलेवेंस वो है accuracy है but accountability safety privacy and all that will also come, which will be part of my last slide. Yeah, now what? I've got the outcome, I have assessed it. Now what should be my next step? Negotiate with the application. Refine it more, simplified way, reduce the time, the word count, or whatever I missed mentioning during the OCE. Or now I get an idea after looking at the outcome. So this is negotiate, provide feedback and request tweaks, act like a creative director giving clear conversational feedback, be specific about changes to improve accuracy, accessibility, style and tone. Yeah. So negotiate. Again, there are some, we can negotiate whether maybe change the language, the tone and all, approachable, which means avoid the jargons and all, casual, concise, conversational, educational, formal, professional. I could have included all of that in the first place, like when I was creating using OCE, but maybe when I saw the outcome, I realized, no, that's more professional. I wanted it to be conversational. So maybe now I can negotiate on. Negotiation could be on any aspect, which is a way to refine. After assessing, now negotiation. Correct? So this is Ocean. Any questions here? Next 10-15 minutes will be refining your previous prompts using Ocean. Yes, Soham? Can we have a mic there? It's here.
Yeah, so when you're trying to find a research paper from in the research journal or something, right? So we almost use a similar kind of way, right? So shall we call that as also a prompt, right? Or if not, why, right?
If not,
Why? Why don't we call that as a prompt? And but when you give to any kind of this kind of ChatGPT of any kind of we say this is a prompt, right?
So if we are, see, again, when we started, okay, I may not be right, but this is how I want to look at this answer to this question is, there is always a new term linked with new tool or technology. When these search engines came, we started calling them keyword searching. We could have called them prompts or instructions or something, right? But we started linking the instructions with command program, right? Programs, when we said write a program in C++ or Java, we say it's made up of instructions. Now when we're looking for information on search engine, we started calling it keyword searching. Now when this has come, we're calling it prompt. And we see that structure is different also, right? We see the structure. Now if you are creating summary of the research paper, you're finding that and you're giving the your command in this format that looks like a prompt and not just keyword, like you're not just writing the word keyword plus this keyword plus so you can very well call it prompt, is what I think. Of course, why not? Prompt is a clue given to the system, which is, I mean, not only the system prompt we use generally also to get some more information, right? Are you using AI tools to create a summary of the research papers and all? So are you doing that? Yeah.
No.
Otherwise also you can write, of course, why not? Who's stopping you? Yeah. Any other answers for this? Any other differing answers? This is what I think. Why not? We can call them prompts. You have? Yeah.
So basically, to answer his question, I work in IT company, so I can answer that. So search engines are like, we use the word, rightly you said, keywords. So if you understand the logic of search engine and AI, you can easily relate the terms. Keywords, and again, you give a set of, you give the same prompt to a Google. It will go and fetch data, but it takes only the words that are there. So it takes a lesson plan, it takes NCRT, second standard, and it fetches the data from the list of most searched word or relevant searched word. And again, there are more things in keyword searching also. If you give a double quotes, that search has to be there. If
Yeah.
you give a file
Yeah.
type, so there are multiple levels
Yeah.
are there. So the same way, if you see just a prompt, I am not sure whether you can see what is happening in what is the background happening after you give a prompt. The prompt is getting converted into multiple layers. If you click on that perplexity, you can see what it is doing. It will say analyzing. So if you give this, it will make more sentences.
Yeah.
Like what he is asking, what that person is asking, like that. It will analyze. You can see in few AI tools that what it is thinking also. The prompt,
Yeah.
whatever we are going to give, will not be the same. It will go at the, I think it is 44 layers are there, around 44 gem. 96 layers are there. So, the same prompt will not go there. Again, answering to your question, difference between a search engine and a prompt. Search engine, even if you give 10 times, the same result will come.
Yeah.
But in the prompt, what will happen is, since you have already searched that, say if I'm logging into my name and I've given that, say I'm asking what is a triangle.
Yeah.
First time it will give an answer. The second time it's not, because it's the same, it will not give the same answer. It will rethink that he didn't understand, and it will give in a more simpler way. Third time it will be in a still other different format.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So actually going into the technicalities behind the algorithms, like what's happening behind the search engine and prompt, we may see a difference. Also, again, I just wanted to highlight everything is great that you shared, and that's, of course, has enriched us. But we are not calling it a tool thinking or rethinking. Then again, we're going to anthropomorphization. We're thinking that it's a human only. I don't know. We can't help it, right? it rethinks. It doesn't rethink. Maybe it works. It reworks on its existing data now. Can I say it like that? Yeah. I don't want to associate this thinking ability with the AI tool. It cannot think. Huh? Thinking. Yeah. Well, that's to give us the impression that AI is thinking, and then now it's rethinking. Right? Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, just I'll cover this slide and then maybe you can rethink. Human oversight, we've talked about that. Earlier also I showed you, never trust. Never trust LLM. Do your final check, do a final review, take in critical review of the work, quality assurance, use your expertise to perfect the language and clarity. And now is the time, without wasting more time, can you please refine your prompts with the Ocean framework now? And maybe a couple of more, couple of them we'll share, we'll try here. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, before going to that, I have a question
Sure.
and also a concern. I really like the approach of Ocean prompt. So, as an adult, we will definitely go through all the steps, and also we will assess the output that generated by the AI tool, and we also try to negotiate. So, if we think of an adolescent child,
Yeah.
so I think it's a challenging for them also to assess the output, because they go to AI tool to get data from it, and they might not be able to assess whether it is a right or wrong, or also they might not be able to validate it. So I just wanted to understand, so while you work with the students, so how did you tackle this step, like to especially on assessing the data that we get from the AI?
Did you attend last year's Professor Viraj's session here, the workshop?
No, ma'am.
A wonderful session. How do we prepare our students now? So it's time to change everything, right? We are changing, students are also changing, and we have to change our approach to teaching and assessing, and the expectation from the students also. The work that Professor Viraj is doing is creating refute questions. And when we say challenge the output, that means that has to be given to the students as their instinct, whatever, not to the students, for us also, right? Now, instead of asking them, create a, like, solve a problem, we say, here is the solution to the problem generated by AI, or maybe I have given that, look at it critically. So the approach has to change, right? So problem ka solution to quadratic equation ka everything the tool is giving me. Now, do we have to make the students feel confident after seeing that output and just submit, take the printout and submit as the assignment? No. That's why human oversight. And that's what we have to keep stressing on all the time. So our responsibility is also changing now, not just teaching the subject, teaching all those ethics. That's why I say using AI effectively and ethically. Ethically goes for all of us, all humans. I hope I was able to answer. Thank you. Okay, yes. Can we spend some time on refining? Are you all up for it or tired? Tired? No. You got the cheat sheets also with you. Hai na? Let's do that. Pair activity. There are some more printouts. Can we? Sorry, what? Okay, yeah. Cheat sheets have been given. Now Ocean explanation about the Ocean is also coming your way. You can use that, or maybe we can have that slide also with Ocean ka explanation. Yeah. I'm afraid I will not be able to give you much time, but yeah, I want to really see I want to call it improvement in your prompts to get the desired outcome in the first instance. Because at the end of the day, it's all about saving time, energy, efforts by using these tools. Now I'm actually quiet for 10 minutes. Actually quiet. Please go. If you have internet, please try it on your device. Acha. You've written this. First of all, I would say you don't need to. Otherwise, it's good. I think all of these things you have covered, most of the things. But we don't have to write, "Hey ChatGPT." That addressing is not required. Yeah, we don't have to address, "Hello, hi, how are you?" It's not required for sure, right? You just start the scenario you're explaining. Then what are you, your persona, and then this is the objective. Provide. Maybe we can start with objective. Maybe you just need to reorder your things. Objective, persona, example. Persona will be you and your mother's personas here. Objective is that you want a summary of that report and the guidance, the approach, your next steps, है ना? Next steps, and then you're providing that report also, right? You'll be uploading that, and then pre-existing neurological conditions also you will be uploading. Uploading all of that. So maybe yeah. So first is my feedback to this is we don't need to address. They're not humans, right? And then start with the objective and the persona, and then just reorder things. Yeah. Thank you. EAT. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, persona you're giving. I don't think that's required. No. Again, that's what, no? So I'll tell you from the research that's happening at the Raspberry Pi Foundation. That's the perspective that I'm saying, and we are strictly saying not to consider the tool as human. Let's not confuse. Thank you and all. There was a news about that also. Like, thank you, you've been great. It's also costing money. All of these things, right? Please, thank you. All of those words are also costing money to. Do you think so? Do you think so? But it's doing that job already. I mean, yeah, of course, that's our nature. And we feel that we have done, our conversation was complete when we add those greetings there. Did it become more nicer to you? Nicer to you? That it will already also. Like, my laptop knows everything about me. For past 1.5 years, ever since I started using these, I just have to tell one prompt, and whatever I've been doing, what projects I'm working on, what feedbacks I've been getting, everything. I have not used please, thank you, sorry.
Mamta,
No, nothing.
I have a
Yeah.
difference of opinion in that. Uh, the point what we are discussing is whether we can say please, thank you, those stuff are right. So as a technical person, I completely agree on that, because when you use a please, it loads my that LLM with a lot of things, and it's perfectly fine. As a technical person, it's perfectly fine. But from a student point of view, the biggest challenge what they say on using AI is they are going to lose the social skills, because when you give any, if you put any prompt, the first point will be, wow, that's a wonderful question, whatever question you are going to pose. It's a wonderful, it starts with that only, wonderful question, we never thought of this point of view, things like that. So we easily get drifted and get attached with that tool. The thing is, the more we interact with that, so if you consider that as a tool and keep just giving the instructions alone or the prompts to be more specific, you don't address anything, or like he said, hi ChatGPT. What will happen is, will the student be able to differentiate whether he's talking with a ChatGPT or any AI tool and with a common friend or a teacher? Tomorrow he will start asking teacher also in the same tone, right? He will ask the teacher, he will not give any of those terms. So should we think in that angle when we are going to teach how to create prompts for for children? For a teaching community, it is perfectly fine. They can differentiate between a tool and a human. So for children, should we rethink on that, is just a question.
Thank you for the question, sir. Technical aspects I understand, may or may not, like it has cost impact, but it's not harmful, of course. It's not harming our thing. If you write that, it's not harming, right? It's required, not required. I don't think so. It's not required, is what I feel. Now, the question that you're saying, should we be allowing the students to start addressing the devices, the tools as respectfully as if the teachers or mothers or friends or all of that? This is highly debatable. Do we want to rely on the machines to teach our students the social skills? Highly debatable. That's a separate discussion. I, as a teacher and a mother, I'm very, very skeptical if the world is going around towards that direction. We want to teach the social skills.
No, it's not
Right.
about teaching the social skills.
But like we
to
want to tell
holding-
them,
Yeah, it's
we
about
want to
holding-
tell them,
Yeah, holding.
frame your instructions by all of that so that you don't forget
Yes,
these etiquettes.
yes, because
These etiquettes.
because if you interact with children,
Yeah.
they are interacting less with their peers than
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
AI tools.
But that's a different debate that I would, I don't think that's the scope of the discussion here. But my stand here would be, let's teach the students, let's sensitize them towards this tool as a tool and not as a friend or or a teacher, or let's keep reinforcing this fact that this is a machine, this is a tool. And of course AI tutors are there who will teach you social skills and all that. They're different, they're there for different purpose, they have got a different purpose. But highly debatable that whether we should be doing that. Yeah. At least for the prompt, it's not required, right? How are we doing on that? Yeah. Yeah, understood. Yeah. Mic is coming.
Okay, so on that, like teaching kids the etiquettes, it's the other way. I feel that my son asked me whether I say thank you if I get a good answer. I say good or not, I liked it or not. Do I kind of appreciate AI when I get something good? That was something my son asked me because they think that there is a day when AI is going to take over. And on that day, AI is going to check the history. Did you thank it enough for doing the work for you, or you get eliminated? So I think that is going to get addressed by itself.
I think, which means somewhere we're accumulating that fear also. AI को बहुत बहुत ऊपर जगह दे दिया हमने. Yeah. Sci-fi movies will. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Ma'am. Okay, are we done with the prompts? 5 minutes? Okay. Right. Okay, let me just okay, maybe if any one of you can just stand up and share how you've refined your prompts. Is it helping? Is it helping? If I can maybe get an answer. We can't practice it. We can't do that because of the time constraint. Just one answer, maybe. Raise your hands. Yeah. Yeah. Are you able to use this? But it'll keep building. Like, yeah, of course, you've got the notes with you now. But as I said, this is not the only framework. You can create your own, whatever works for you. Right. And now, just 5 minutes, talking about another aspect of assess, which Jane also pointed out, FAT PS. We can't be relying on the output. I've been saying that from the start. This is again a framework we're using at Raspberry Pi Foundation, emphasizing on that. So, fairness, be mindful of the biases, ensure the content is inclusive. Accountability is you're accountable to your students. If you end up delivering something wrong, which God forbid cost you your job, it's your accountability, not AI. You cannot hold the tool accountable. Right? Transparency. I would recommend, like I did, I have given a quote, cited this, the image generated by AI. Given the prompt also. We always used to do that, right? We are taking a picture from anywhere on the internet. We are giving attribute to that source, like the website. This is how we have to do. Because we are being transparent, this is not my content. Like, there is a temptation. मुझे बोला गया ये session prepare करना. I said, let's go to GPT and give me the flow of the session. The GPT will give me na. I will just have to tell the teachers हैं, इस age group के हैं, students के हैं, इस geography के हैं. Easy. Temptation hai. But then, be mindful of all that. But also ensure transparency. Always, always, always in your lesson plan or activities or quizzes or assessments, mention this is generated by AI. Right? This is not anything like, you are subject matter expert. Nobody's taking away that credibility from you. It's just that you have to use tools. You can't stay away from that. There is no escape now. But be transparent. Privacy, be mindful of the student's data, anyone's data that you're uploading, using. So privacy, keep them privacy. Safety. What do you mean by safety? Personal information should not be shared. And also, is it age relevant? Is it culturally appropriate? The information that is going out is culturally appropriate. So just be mindful of all of these when you assess the outcome, along with the accuracy and all that, and then only use that product. These are all research. I've mentioned all of that from where it's taken. It's been taken. Just thought of putting a quote by Barack Obama. The advance of AI promises benefits in education, but we must make sure teachers have a voice in how these tools are designed and used. So we are still not going away. Yeah, these tools are only to support us, help us get more connection with the students, because students are कहीं पहुंच गए हैं वो, तो उनकी पेस पे हमको मैच करना है. और वो उनको बनाया किसने है? हमने ही बनाया है ना? We thought about creative thing. Just done. I think that's the last slide. Gitanjali, we're done. Thank you so much. Time for questions, if they allow me. But I am available outside also during the lunchtime. We can connect. I can take all the questions there. Is that fine?
Yeah. Yeah. Big round of applause for
Thank you
Mamta.
so much. Thank you so much for being
Yeah.
patient listeners and being like a lot of great contributions. I think we all feel more empowered, more enriched after the session because of all the inputs that came from you. And I'll see you outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So due to lack of time,
Thank you so
I'll
much.
ask you to interact with Mamta during lunch. She will stay for some more time. So please interact with her. Now we are coming to the closing session. So I'll hand it over to Sonia for the final comments. Yeah.
Thank you, Chitra. And thank you, Mamta, and the entire team of Raspberry Pi Foundation, who has been so helpful, right? We have been working on the design of the program. And I just want a quick show of hands. Okay, everybody awake, paying attention? How many of you found the session useful? Mamta, I hope that gives you the answer. And Mamta is staying with us for lunch. And as you all know, we have a very leisurely lunch. So please make maximum use of your time. And so I have a very special person with us. So that is Hemant from his head Sakal NIE. People who are in Maharashtra know about Sakal newspaper in education. And I was just talking to Hemant outside. So I would like to tell you Sakal has been our sponsor from CTIS conference first edition. So can we have a round of applause? So we will hear it from Hemant, and so we've been very fortunate to have their sponsorship this year, and I'm sure all of you visited their stall. So over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I have used Raspberry Pi in MKCL when I was general manager MKCL. So we have used almost 900 of them, your unit, and then we had. I mean, that time this was not there, but I have used it. So great work they are doing. So, and I heard some of the lecture what you gave. I was sitting there for 5 minutes. So great thing, and I know when I come at such a forum wherein there are intellectuals, there are educational drivers sitting out there, and then you have to speak in front of them and tell them about more about education. Basically, what we do in NI, like we learn from you. I would like to ask few of you, how many are from Maharashtra in here? Oh, wow. And how many are from Marathi medium? Wow, I am so happy that you are here and you are really grabbing up all international content and whatnot things going on internationally. So I'm really happy for all of us from Maharashtra. So basically, CTIS and our association are pretty long, and these people are doing good work for SCRT and NEP also that I heard. But when it comes to Sakal NI, we are into community building exercise. I mean, there are a lot of things which government cannot do, or and as an individual cannot do. But as a media, we are the largest media house in Maharashtra. We reach out to almost 55 lakh people every day. We have Sam TV. We have 3 newspapers. One of them is NI. So, newspaper in education activity, we reach out to 1 lakh students every Friday. So, it's a 12-page daily in Marathi. We have started 2 pages in English as well. But not only about the information apart from your curriculum activity, but we run a lot of activities. And through those activity, in near future, we want to have at least one day in schools, which is a bagless school. So these all activities what we are discussing, I mean we have curriculum, but there are मतलब मैं बोलता हूँ कि जो मराठी में उनको समझ में आया ज़्यादा कि जिंदगी में बच्चे सीखते हैं उनके हम उनको बोलते हैं 21 अपेक्षित आपने नवनीत का आपको बहुत पता है तो देर आर 21 अपेक्षित प्रश्न नहीं है उनके सामने 21 अनपेक्षित प्रश्न है after 10th or after in life. So how to solve those unapekshit questions? That's why everybody's here. So that's what NI is trying to do, and that's what in our models we have cyber security lectures, we have sex education seminars going on, we have other lot of things. Digital literacy पे बहुत हम काम करते हैं. So तकरीबन 1000 से ज़्यादा वर्कशॉप्स हम इन स्कूल में लेते हैं जहाँ हम 1400 स्कूल्स में अभी काम कर रहे हैं. So those who don't know NI, you can just pick up a Marathi daily. We are soon will be coming to, we are trying to work with the government and that too in Delhi. So we'll be soon coming in Hindi also. And हिंदी के लिए हम फिर बाहर के राज्यों में भी जा रहे हैं. तो और एक बैगलेस स्कूल का एक कंप्लीट मॉडल हमने डिज़ाइन किया है जो हम 8000 लोगों के ऊपर उसका प्रयोग कर रहे हैं अभी. सो नेक्स्ट ईयर इट विल बी फॉर्मली लॉन्च्ड एंड दैट टू एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज़ के साथ. सो इफ़ यू वांट टू डू समथिंग बेटर फॉर स्टूडेंट्स, बेटर फॉर द वर्ल्ड, you are welcome to NI. You can write, you can share your ideas. We have a stall upstairs. You can pick up the paper. We have numbers also are there. So I would really love to have your intellectual capacity coming in NI. So that's what I will request all of you, and best of luck for your future. Thank you so much for associating with us. Thanks, Sonia.
Yes. Thank you so much, Hemant. Okay, I have the privilege of doing the closing, right? So you have my presentation. Okay. I have a short presentation. I won't take time. Hope all of you enjoyed being here. Great. Closing remarks. It's okay even if the presentation does not come on. So, first and foremost, I would like to thank each one of you for being here. And while she gets the presentation on, first team that I would like to come on stage is my organizing team school. So the teachers and the students, because we would like to have we wouldn't have been, it would have not been possible without them. So GK Gurukul school teachers and students on the stage for us. Come everybody. सब लोग इधर है. Hey, come quickly. Parth, Moktik, one of you can take a photo for us. Please make sure all of you get your water bottles before you go, okay? They deserve it, right? Other teachers. They have been running around all over ISER campus, guiding you from the dining hall to lecture hall complex. Thank you so much for being a wonderful host. And we don't have anybody from ISER today, but we had Saumin and the director over dinner. So a big thank you to ISER because we have this space from them. And where are my ACM PICT student chapter volunteers? Come on. We'll do the thank you first. Then you can see my slides. It's boring. This is nicer. I will show it. Come quickly. It's your stage, not mine. Thank you so much. And can we have our PC chairs, organizing committee chairs, publicity chairs all here on the stage? Come, Mayuri. Sabita, come on. They have been working so hard. This would not be possible without them. And we have some of our PC members with us. Aarti is here. Kritika, Geeta, Manisha, Gauri. On stage, please. Manisha, Gauri, where are you? Come. Manisha and I are twinning, okay? It's planned. Come. Anybody else in the PC I'm missing? Jam is there, but we'll let Jam sit. Anybody else who was part of PC? Any reviews, any mentoring? Am I missing anybody? No? Okay. Can we have a round of applause? We have had calls from starting 9 p.m. going on till midnight. So Sonia has to be blamed. So I'm going to miss those 9 p.m. calls, of course. Okay, so over to my official duty. So CTIS, as you know, is organized by all our partners here. And next slide. It's stuck. So this is CTIS, right? This is us. So we are going to have one more group photo. You can, how many of you vote for Ariel and how many of you vote for a straight photo? Ariel. So Moktik, Parth, Ariel. But what I would request, Parth, before we disperse, you take one photo from here also. So we'll have a nice group photo here. Okay, next slide. We've told this lots of times. So this is organized by CS Pathshala, which is an ACM India initiative. And for all of you who don't know about ACM, it is, do you know about ACM? So it is Association of Computing Machinery. All of us, Jam, me, you met, Vipul, lots of people from CS Pathshala volunteers. So we are all part of the ACM India community. And why did we start CTIS? So actually Jam is part of that journey. So the whole idea was to give teachers a platform to be able to share your experiences, right? And also learn from each other. So that was the idea. Also, CTIS gives opportunity for you to go beyond the national conference, and I'm hoping this year a lot more teachers will please submit your abstracts to CT STEM, and if JAM and others have any other international opportunities, we will be sharing it in the community. Okay. We had a participation of 300 plus, probably more. I could not reach out to the, I know from the number of water bottles. Okay. So we ordered 300 bottles and a lot of people have not collected their bottles. So at least 300 people have been here and the caterer will tell me the truth. Okay. So, and it's very interesting because this time we have 18 plus states have participated. Next. Okay. So this is something that Chitra has already shared, right? But what I wanted to highlight was we did not receive abstracts only in English. So it is English plus. So we had Bengali, Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati, Kannada, Odia, Tamil and Telugu. And we've had a really wonderful program committee which helped review in the languages. And actually Rishi and Jyoti are here. They were part of program committee. Why didn't they come on stage? You were part of it. Okay. So, and we did 5 regional conferences because if you get 490 abstracts, we wanted to give maximum teachers an opportunity to present. So we had more than 180 teacher presentations. Each regional conference had over 100 participation. All this you know. And I would like to acknowledge our partners here. Is Saish there? Saish Gandhi? I don't know, probably he stepped out. But we had him from Goa SERT. We have AP Swari's representatives. ACM Nagpur chapter was here. Mega group of schools is here. PyJam Foundation, we have people. I don't know if Pranjali is here. And Vision Empowers we have. So can we have a round of applause for all our partners? And I'm not pausing at this slide, but I'm also telling all of you that in case any of you are interested in hosting regional conferences for CTIS 2026, you can write into us and we will be more than happy to collaborate. Okay. How does this graph look? I've said all the numbers, but just see. Looks good, na? So this is all the regional conferences we had. And we had so many general submissions. AP Swari's first prize, 166 abstracts, right? So you can see the numbers growing, and all that I want to tell you is that every abstract that we receive, and Chitra and Lakshmi have been working with me diligently. So every abstract, okay, is evidence of CT implementation in your classroom, right? So I would like to really thank each one of you for making this possible. And when I was talking to Jam and others, so this has become like a movement, okay? This is not just abstract submission. So thank you so much. And of course, we wouldn't have had such a wonderful CTIS without our sponsors here. So can we have a round of applause for them too? So this is for anybody who wants to know more about CS Pathshala. So these are numbers which are far beyond, but we've stopped counting now. But this is the numbers that we have. We work with various state governments, but I only wanted to highlight this. There are teaching aids for grades 1 to 8. You can go to cspathshala.org for anybody who does not know about the teaching aids. Everything is available under Creative Commons license. You can download and use the content. There is a curriculum document and there is a syllabus document. Okay, please refer to that. If you have any other questions, you can write to us and we will respond. That's it. Thank you so much. So we can officially bring CTIS 2025 to a close, and everybody join us at the dining hall for lunch. Thank you so much. And group photo, Ariel. Yes, all certificates they are here. I will just call them on stage. The organizing team, teachers, can you please come on stage? Come now. All the certificates are with them. So please make sure that you get it. And everybody who's a participant, your participation certificates are also with them. Okay? So if the VE team wants to come on stage and collect the certificates, please come. Is everybody from the VE team here today? Vision Empower. Everybody here, please come on stage.
Last but not the least, how about a big round of applause for Sonia? Thank you.